Good evening. As principal of the International School of Beaverton, it is my distinct honor and pleasure to welcome you to ISB's third commencement ceremony. I would like to introduce several honored guests this evening. Jeff Hicks, school board member and also parent of a graduating senior. Our ISB faculty and staff members. The ISB band under the direction of Mr. Walter Bates. And the ISB choir under the direction of Mrs. Deborah Klatz. Earlier today, I was proud as a parent to attend my own son's high school commencement exercises. It's an exciting time, not only for the graduates, but also for families. Seniors, I think you will agree that without your parents' support, from driving carpools, hosting study groups, serving as sounding boards, providing encouragement and reassurance, nurturing and nagging, I meant giving gentle reminders. The past 4 years may have been much more difficult. Parents, thank you for the loving support you've provided to your children and for the trust you've placed in the staff at ISB. Graduates, please join me in thanking your families. This evening, we are gathered together to award diplomas to the 47 members of ISB's class of 2012. Oh, that is, yeah. United in their pursuit not only of a high school diploma, but an international baccalaureate diploma. This journey has not been without its travails. Some of you were risk takers, and as 6th graders applied to attend 7th grade in a new school with a novel mission that all students could excel within IB. You helped shape the culture and the traditions of our school. Others of you joined ISB's class of 2012 as you entered 9th, 10th, or even 11th grade. All of you came to school in the wee hours, dark in the morning, studied for hours in the evening, completed extended essays, and engaged in community action and service. You experienced growing pains as ISB student population swelled every year. More students, more teachers, more crowded bleachers at assemblies, more lunch periods, and the like. As a class, you demonstrated flexibility and adaptability to change. Little did you know that by the time you graduated, the school you selected would be ranked by a news magazine as one of the top public high schools in the nation and #1 in Oregon. If you had known that, perhaps the decision to stay at ISB as you moved from the middle years program in 10th grade to the diploma program in 11th grade might have been easier. Facing the departure of several of your friends and classmates with only one graduating class, choosing to stay at ISB was not an easy choice for all of you. But rather than being influenced by a ranking, I'd like to think that your experiences at ISB, your dreams, your beliefs guided you in this decision. For indeed, you did stay and chose to engage yourself in a highly demanding academic program. Anatole France wrote, "To accomplish great things, we must not only act, but also dream. Not only plan, but also believe." Over the past 4 years, you've accomplished great things through your actions, dreams, plans, and beliefs. In choosing to engage, 41 of you have met all the requirements of an IB diploma candidate. As a class, you've earned nearly $1.3 million in college scholarships. In society today, high school graduation is very much a time we mark the transition from childhood to adulthood, from compulsory education to career or college. Some might think of it as an ending. Tonight, though, we are not celebrating an ending. Graduation is only a transition to the next step of your life journey. Perhaps it's the first of many such transitions. It's not an ending, but a beginning. Each of you is going out in the world prepared for success in your chosen path. Some of you are immediately embarking on service to others through a mission or gap year service. Others of you are enrolling in college, pursuing degree programs for which you have a strong affinity or passion. I know that each of you has thrived in a learning environment in which knowledge, inquiry, reflection, and service are balanced. As you stride out the doors this evening, I hope you will carry forward those values and continue to seek to make a positive impact on the world. John Updike wrote, "You cannot help but learn more as you take the world into your hands. Take it up reverently, for it is an old piece of clay with millions of thumbprints on it." As we send you forth into the world this evening, I hope that you will not so much want to leave your mark on the world for your own recognition, but rather seek to develop your talents in such a way to make even a small corner of the world a better place. During your senior retreat this fall, you explored what it meant to be a good steward of your local and global communities. Stewardship will not always mean leaving a visible thumbprint. Let your thumbprint leave a legacy for which you and we all can be proud. Don't forget that making your contribution to the world is not simply planning and acting. Rather, it is about being planful with your actions that are guided by your beliefs and your dreams. Believe in hope for humanity. Believe in the potential to make the world a better place. Believe in yourself, and above all else, dream big.
If we all think back and remember the past few years, there are times that stand out as happy, uplifting, and unified. For me, what stands out is the senior retreat, when our teachers were crying as they spoke to us, and we were reading our letters from our parents and mentors. I remember thinking, this is why our school is amazing. I had a moment where I realized how close we are with each other and how special that is. Whether it is cramming inside a tiny shed in the courtyard during the senior retreat, in Miss Schuff's room being instructed about IB testing logistics, or taking our English exam in a large room in the Capitol Center, being together brings a feeling of warmth and unity. I am pretty certain that no one of us could say that high school at the International School of Beaverton was easy. I know that we have all had our successes, failures, disappointments, joys, and frustrations over the past 4 years. We faced both exhaustion and optimism as our final IB assignments piled up in March. We alternated between feeling overwhelmed by the work and happy to know that it was almost over. Recently, we had a great sense of excitement, which was evident on Facebook due to the sheer number of posts as we celebrated our recent status of being named the top public high school in Oregon and the 20th in the nation. Now that I reflect on the past and what we went through, what I realize is how truly grateful I am to have had the opportunity to go to ISB, where I've been surrounded by supportive teachers and wonderful peers. I'm extremely happy that I chose to attend this school. I remember a few times that marked major shifts in our approach to life, each other, and our school. One such shift occurred between 10th and 11th grade as we transitioned into IB. At the end of 10th grade, it felt like we were surrounded by people leaving ISB and trying to convince us to leave with them. We heard a lot of negative things, which made the decision to stay difficult. But once junior year started, things felt different. Having the feeling of being in this together as we began our IB classes, and being surrounded by those who had also chosen to stay at ISB brought us closer. I made friends and talked with people to whom I had barely spoken before. I still remember how good I felt after Miss Schuff and Miss Apperson, who had only recently met most of us, gave our advisory an uplifting speech and an explanation about the benefits of our school. As we began a new and somewhat nerve-wracking phase in our lives, they told us that we could be successful in our next 2 years of high school and that they would support us through it all. I am thankful for the positive encouragement and support that our school community and our teachers have given us. Our community has been influential in shaping our experience over the past few years. And our parents, relatives, teachers, administrators, friends, and mentors all deserve a huge thank you. We can also be proud of ourselves for successfully getting through this 2-year roller coaster ride that is IB, and for supporting each other through it all. We have all worked hard and challenged ourselves. No matter where we go next, the international awareness, work ethic, and communication skills that we have gained here will continue to serve us well. Right now, we have reached a milestone in our lives, and no matter what our future plans are or where we go next, and where our lives take us, we will be faced with new challenges and adventures. Our class is full of risk-takers, thinkers, and balanced students who are well prepared to face their futures. We have continually learned and grown at ISB. I admit that I learned the value of large study groups the day before the IB history exam, and although it might have been good to listen to my teachers and try that earlier, I hope when I start college I will take advantage of all I have learned. Whether the lessons we take with us next year are the ones that we've been told repeatedly or the ones that we learn through random experimentation, they will serve us well and allow us to be successful and influential in the real world very soon. Throughout our lives, we are constantly developing our ideas and our identities. High school is just the preparation for the many possibilities that lie ahead. As our class graduates tonight, we have spirit, excitement, and pride in our high school careers. Congratulations, class of 2012. Thank you.
Hello, everyone. Annie has already addressed the hard work that we have all put into completing the IB program, as well as expressed gratitude to all of those who have made it possible. The whole school staff, our families, each other, and the wonderful community in which we've had the privilege of existing. So just one more time, thank you, everyone. But what I would like to do is, for my speech, I would like to talk about what comes next. Soon, having completed our high school experience, we will walk out those doors into the real world as adults, and for the first time in our lives, enjoy a degree of freedom to pursue our passions in a capacity previously unimaginable, whether be it in college or elsewhere. I imagine that for many of us, myself included, this is a somewhat daunting and overwhelming task, but at the same time, an exhilarating one. In order to help everyone to deal with the big questions that we're no doubt all having, as well as to provide a little bit of direction in our search for what to do with ourselves now that we have so much free time, I have prepared a little bit of advice. My fellow students, the outlook for our generation is dismal. The state of the world is abysmal. Every day, the radio plays about the numbers slain in Syria's streets. Our country is drowning in debt, and I'm willing to bet that the budget's not getting balanced anytime soon. Our political parties pander to the public with partisan platitudes, while at more extreme latitudes, the consequences of climate change are causing gaps in the ice caps. Did I mention that Greece is on the verge of collapse? The world population is well beyond what the Earth can sustainably support, and the precious oil we use to power just about everything is now running short. Though famine is frequent elsewhere in the Earth, the United States people are still growing their girth. Diabetes and heart disease are quick on the rise, and so it really should come as no surprise that though we spend the most of any nation in the world on our health care, the majority of Americans are still in some way impaired. The world is chock full of difficult dilemmas like these. Confronted with them 2 years ago, I would have fallen down on my knees and said something like, please, let someone else come along with big, brilliant ideas who's resilient and strong to deal with these terrible things. But now, every day, my heart rings and reverberates at the prospect of the power I've realized we, as a class, possess to reverse the world's failings and to turn them to progress. Our problems are too staggering to be tackled alone. If we're to adequately address all the ills of the earth, we'll need full-blown commitment and cooperation from each and every nation. What good will it do if we stop polluting completely if the rest of the world continues discreetly dumping waste in the world's waterways? This is where we come in. Not everyone sees it just yet, so we've got to start making a dent. I say let's clamor for change, put our skills to the test, and do whatever we do, each give our best. Become engineers, artists, thinkers, movers, and shakers, champions of change and righteous risk-takers. Whether pilots or programmers interested in social science or singing, pediatrician or politician who campaigns on a platform free from mudslinging, each of us has a crucial role to play. You're all brilliant. I know it. It's a fact. Though it's impossible to quantify the exact contribution you'll all provide to society someday, I'm going to venture a guess. Let's say a whole heck of a lot. For you see, you all have something that the world desperately needs. A profound understanding that each of our deeds, if we want them to count in a long-term, widespread sort of way, if we're to keep pollution, climate change, and injustice at bay, must be aimed at the entire globe. It is up to us to make everyone see that the world is home to more than just you and me. In essence, though it pains me to say it, We've got to teach the whole world about IB. And it's focused on global perspective, so that we can engage in collective changes that will, over time, create a thriving utopia free from conflict and hunger, so we can focus on more fun things, like rhyme.
In accordance with your achievements, we will now award diplomas. Catherine E. On. Alaadin A. Alakbi. Joshua Anders Ankerson. Christopher Allen Bain. Alana Lynn Burson. Michelle Isabel Cates. Catherine Chen. Curtis Ingle Crawford. Emma DeLory. Dylan Keanu DePriest. Christina Lopez Flores. Ariana Audrey Renee Foley. Beatrice Garcia Morales. Silas Morgan Gillum. Kaylee Ryan Graham. Cesar Oswaldo Granados Hidalgo. Nicholas Aiden Hammond. Samuel Harianto. Andrew Joseph Hamilton Hicks. Annette H. Ho. Hayden T. Jacobs. Ryan Walter Jones. Jake Barrett Kane. Anne Elizabeth Kaufman. Crystal Kim. Garrick Andrew Kubiak. Vivian Lee. Karen Denise Madrid Beltran. Shashank Mageshwar. Nathan G. Marchenki. Carlos Martinez Calvo. Celia Marie Meredith. Diana Pacheco Contreras. Omar Handhair. William James Pileggi. Estefany Soledad Ramirez. Megan Nicole Rice. Disney Allison Sato. Alexandra Shinsell. Elizabeth Ubaldina Solaris Stager. Hazel Ann Marie Q. Swenson. Eric Thorbeck. Emily Rose Lorene Teresa Turnbull. Ezra Yang. Robin Yee. John Paul Yee. Godfrey Young. Ladies and gentlemen, ISB faculty and staff and school board member Mr. Hicks, I hereby certify that every member of the class of 2012 has met all district and state requirements for graduation from high school. Kathy On, please lead the class in the changing of tassels. It is my distinct honor to present to you the International School of Beaverton Class of 2012.